Hey, hunters.
Happy Sunday, everybody.
Happy
So good to
Sunday.
be back. It's so good.
It's
Although our little
it's so good to
siesta went
be
by.
a winner.
Hey! And top three, no less. Let's
Yeah,
go. Feels good.
feels good.
It
Feels good.
should. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
Congrats.
And might be top 3, but it was top 1 USA.
There we go. There we go.
I had a
Yes.
lot of help along the way. All those people selling me key cards and bones and ecto and yes. So thank you all for doing that. I really appreciate it. And the people that backed off of bidding on things so that I could get the things that was very helpful. I
That's
really do appreciate
nice.
it. Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Look at our little community showing up.
Everyone was so
I know
sweet. It
I'm
was
not
great.
I'm not gonna lie, I got a little nervous. I think it was day like the second to last day when you were in seventh, and I was like, what?
I
No,
know. I got
no.
nervous too. I got nervous too. And come to find out, Psycho did the entire
Mhm.
leaderboard thing without printing
Without
anything.
printing, I can't even believe that.
He is a
And it's
psycho
like not even his first, yeah, he is a psycho. It's not even his first time on the top five leaderboard either.
by
So hats
far.
off to you, sir. Yeah,
Yes. I
that's
mean, we know he's a
amazing.
beast. He's amazing, and I love him. We love
Yes.
you, Psycho.
Yes.
Um, yeah, he
It's
deserves
very
it for sure.
impressive. And I hear that him and maybe Makiki Tiki, or I'm sorry, Makiki Tiki and perhaps Psycho are doing a lot of work for Maui and Lahaina and the wildfire recovery too, on top of that. So they've
Would
had
not be
quite the month.
surprised. Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah.
thanks. You guys are freaking awesome.
Yes, yes. And Nelek was a great competitor the whole month, stayed friendly the whole time.
Yeah,
Apparently
it was
stepped
nice
in
to
a
see
lot
your
of
guys'
stuff.
banter.
Yeah, apparently he stepped in a lot of crap in Seattle area. So
Bummer.
I kind of felt bad he didn't have my area to hunt in. I bet he would have liked it better. But yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Well,
actually really nice. Like every morning I woke up at like 4:30 in the morning, was in my car by 5, drove around hunting
wow.
for an hour, then parked at a great spot to get out and walk. And I walked part of my loop, got to the end by 7, turned around at 7,
Nice.
came back, and then so basically walked for 2 hours, drove for an hour, walked for 2 hours, drove for like another 15 minutes, then walked for like another half hour to or 15 minutes to half hour, then drove usually maybe another half hour to an hour, sometimes a little bit more than that. But it
Sure.
was nice.
Yeah.
It was a great morning routine. Um, but I don't know that my body was a huge fan of it.
Wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. Going from
uh,
0 to 100 can get a little dicey.
yeah, and I mean, in all fairness, I didn't go from 0 to 100. I was walking with my
That's true.
mom intermittently. I
That's
was
true.
trying to do 3 days a week, but rain. So maybe sometimes it was
Yes.
2 days a week, whatever. But honestly, I didn't like. It was funny because I think it was Nelik or maybe someone else was like, "Oh, as soon as I heard that y'all were taking a month off from LotH, I knew you were gonna go for it." I was like, "Really?" Because I didn't know.
Yeah,
I
I think we
literally,
discussed it right after the stream. Like, you called and said, "I think I'm gonna do a leaderboard push then."
yeah,
I'm
I
like,
was
"I think
like,
that's a good idea."
yeah. And honestly, a lot of my reasoning was like my mom was away for a month, and I knew that if I tried to keep up the walking like the Wednesday, Friday, Sunday thing, I would not keep that up with it being so random. So
Yeah,
I was like, okay, I either have to do it every day or I'm not going to do it at all. So I was like, okay, well, if I'm doing it every day and I have
might
all
as well
these
make a
prints,
leaderboard for.
yeah. And August is usually a very dry month. The beginning of August was a little wet. So there were a couple of days that I had to walk in the afternoon instead. But otherwise, it was great. But I had to do it early in the morning. Like,
That's
people were
awesome.
talking about, like, how ridiculous it was that I was waking up so early. But if I didn't, I never would have done it
Be
because
much hotter.
we had days that were like 110. There's no way I'm going to be out there walking in 110 degree weather. I would die. Straight up die. So, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. No, that would not be fun. August is a rough month for most areas. So.
Yeah. But so my body.
Am I cutting out or are you cutting out?
I think it's you. You're freezing here and there a little bit. My body was very mad that I did this. So, but it was very good to me. Like, it waited until after the last day. So September 1st, I somehow realized I had a sprained ankle that I didn't have before. Like, maybe I had a sprained ankle before and I just ignored it to walk. I don't know. But I sprained my ankle.
Oh my God.
I pulled out my back on September 1st. I also came down with some kind of cold. I currently have a low-grade fever.
Oh no!
But I will be okay. My boyfriend's like laid up too. He's got a pretty. We both took COVID tests and we don't have COVID, but we're not feeling that great. I spent the past couple of days just like in bed. Lots of gummies, and lots of food. Way too much food.
You gotta replenish all those calories.
Yeah, lots of just TikTok scrolling. So, yeah.
And honestly, sound too bad.
Yeah. So I walked every day. I kept track of lots of things, right? I weighed myself day one and like throughout the whole time. I didn't lose a single freaking pound. Not a one. Not a one.
Well, it's funny because the more you work out, the hungrier you are. So it's like a very delicate balance,
that's the other thing.
right?
I didn't eat much the whole month either because it was so hot. It was hard to eat a lot. So I really didn't, like, I even ate less than I normally would. And I worked out a hell of a lot more than I normally would. So I don't know what happened. I mean, if you think about last year when the Walking Quest started and I was like tracking that and I was like, within the first couple of weeks,
10.
I lost a whole bunch of weight. I lost like, at some point 20 pounds like over the course of the summer.
Maybe because it's so hot, you're like retaining more water or something. I don't know. There's got to be a science behind this.
Maybe.
Somebody else knows.
Yeah. I don't know. It was crazy. But I kept track of some things. Where's my... God, it's so hard to find Twitter on my phone now because it doesn't look like a bird. So I thought these numbers might be interesting for some people. So I kept track. Let's see. 59 hours of walking. And there was some jogging in there too. So 59 hours, 485,132 steps, 217 miles.
Wow.
My before and afters, so global leaderboards all time before was 318 and after was 233.
Nice.
And then the country leaderboards before was 152 and after was 117. So that was kind of cool. And then QB collector leaderboard, I went from 257 to 96.
Yes.
And the trivia leaderboard, I went from 152 to 93.
Yeah, top 100, baby.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. I got some really cool pictures, too. I don't know if anyone saw them on my Twitter, but yeah. I saw a hot air balloon.
Cool.
There were some lightning storms. Yeah.
I was really leaning into our month off vacation, so I have been off the twits, off the tweets, all the things. So I'll have to go in and check all of those out again.
Yeah. Yeah. So
but dang, what a month. Yeah.
Oh, and
you guys were hip hopping like each other all month long, it felt.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And that freaking print a skeleton QB thing showing up way too many times like really pissed me off. I'm pretty sure Nellick was not happy with that one either. There was one time it was like I had just gotten all the bones and ecto I had needed to try and print another ghost. And then print a skeleton. came up, and I was like, okay, do I go for the guaranteed 120 points or the possible 500? Like, what do I do here? And I just went with the guaranteed because so far my luck had been only printing Laura's. I couldn't print a George to save my life, so yeah, so that was fun. Oh, and the other thing that happened, my ear canals got all irritated from my earbuds, like just sweating and wearing the earbuds every single day. So this is like kind of painful right now, and there's like, ew, it's gunky. Yeah, it's
all of the ailments happening.
Everything.
Keep this in mind, everybody, when you want to make a leaderboard push.
Yeah.
All of the side effects.
Though I didn't get any blisters because I had those great shoes that my mom got me, so that was good.
I meant to ask, earlier how those. It was good that you walked with your mom, for the month before too, to like break them in, and so we didn't have to add blisters to the sprained ankle and stuff.
Yeah, they are filthy. Like, they used to be like neon yellow green. They look like a dirty ass tennis ball right now. So,
oh man,
yeah. Hot says my favorite pictures are the 2 sunset pictures over the lake. Yeah, those are actually sunrises. I was never around for sunsets because I was usually in bed by then. But yes, the sunrises. I caught some amazing sunrises. Oklahoma has wonderful sunrises and sunsets. I love it.
Always gorgeous. Always gorgeous.
Yeah. I promised people that I would share what I printed this month.
Oh, yeah.
Because people were
Did you
really
print
curious.
Everything?
I printed everything I possibly could.
Okay, so like when it and what? Yes. Okay, unless it was all saved for the last day. But I have a feeling it wasn't all saved.
It wasn't all. So obviously, like, the first day was the print a Tiki Chief thing. And I was going to try and keep the whole thing secret. And then that showed up. And I was like, well, okay, everyone knows at this point. So obviously, I printed that first. And then from there on, I only printed things if they showed up in the Adventure Road, except for randomizers, because we know randomizers don't show up in Adventure Road, like print a randomizer thing. So let's see. So for randomizers, I managed to print the Jamie flight attendant and the Angela flight attendant. The Angela flight attendant I finally got on the last day.
Nice. Thank God. Those freaking pilots.
Yep.
So stressful.
Right. And then I printed my Ghost Laura. And for other randomizers, I got the Taylor and Jacob Ugly Sweater cubies. Nice. And for the footballers, I got Japan, Australia, Saudi Arabia, Wales, Belgium, and Tunisia printed. So I still have a...
So these are all new first prints, right?
New first prints.
No duplicates. Okay, got it.
So, I mean, I printed a lot of other things, but I had this whole list of available cubies that I could print, and I crossed them off as I print them. I also printed the enemy Tiki. Yep.
Nice.
So I got those from randomizers. There were still 5 different footballers I could have printed. There was the Ghost George and the Ghost Pilot I could have printed. There was the Lily Ugly Sweater that I never got to print. And then I've never printed a Missy. And for Tikis, I've never printed an Eno, a Matala, or a Pila. So those were things I could have if I had the things, but I didn't have the things.
So you are zeroed out on Tiki blueprints and cat blueprints.
I do have more cat blueprints, and actually, I think Rubik's called it on the last day. I was sitting there in the Walmart parking lot trying to get some last cats in there, and he's like, "It's always a cat. They're always printing cats at the last minute." And I was like, "No, you'll have to wait and see." But it was a cat I was trying to print, and I didn't get. I mean, I think it got a Rhonda and a Tiger Lily, which I had already printed. So. Yeah.
Go figure.
Yeah. So.
So much printing.
So much.
I'd be curious, just like the amount of minutes printed.
Right. Yeah. Well, for the
you have
randomizers,
to like go pick them back up.
Yeah, the randomizers, like I would leave each day. Like I'd just go. I would stop, I'd drop them off and I'd go because I knew I'd be back the next day. On the last day when I printed like my epics, I had like 3 or 4 different print shops that I was working that I knew there was lots of green vaults and stuff around. So like I would drop them off, go do some green vaults, drop another one off, do some green vaults, drop them off, and then I came back and picked them all up on the way home.
Nice.
So Rubik says it's always
luxury
Rhonda.
Of having it's always Rhonda.
Yep.
Hey, Aperture Cat. It's a perfect time for you to join. We're talking cats.
Right.
We're talking kitties. And not throwing them into cauldrons. We're talking about printing them.
Right. So for everything else, as far as commons, I printed Kipau, Santa, Thanksgiving, New Year's Eve 2022, Pizza, and Willie. And then for rares, I printed Ice, Seal, Summer, Bee, and Susie. And then for epics, I printed
finally,
the Witch.
Real life Susie QB.
Right. The Witch, Pat Morita, Tiki Chief, Wombat, and the World Cup 2022 champion one. The Messi.
Yeah.
So let's see. A total count is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28.
Wow.
28 prints.
That's incredible. That's awesome. Did a little piece inside where you're just like, oh, there it goes.
Yeah, I mean,
like
it's like
finally.
Finally. And I've heard, so one of the things with the Hunter's Lodge that we'll go over is like recipes changed, right? And I haven't looked because I know I'll get pissed off, but I heard that the Messi QB is like a bunch easier to print now, and I'm really pissed about that.
Well, that's also not until QBverse, and so
I know.
all of your prints will reset, and you can have your first print again.
I know,
but it sounds like there's not really any point unless you're leveling a QB. So,
yeah, I spent a full 2 red keys, I think, on 10,000 footballs, like a chunk of 10,000. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And I did that really early on, and then I was pissed.
Expensive.
Yeah, and then I was pissed because I couldn't afford other things that I needed, like the bones and the ecto and stuff. Like I didn't plan for this, so I didn't make sure I had all the resources I needed to print everything. I just had to like go with it and hope that, hope that I could get the
and
stuff.
Then the delicate balance of like, do I spend the keys on resources or try to like just hit a shit ton of vaults instead, right? And like see if that makes up for whatever these resources are going to print for me.
Yeah, and it's I tried really hard to only spend red and yellow keys when I was in the shop because and some greens because I had a bunch. I was also selling a lot of stuff this month, like just to finance this whole thing. And so like I had to be really careful not to spend blue keys in the auction house because I started the month off with 4,500 blue keys, and in the last few days I had none. Like as soon as I got blue keys, I spent them. Like I had 0 blue keys at the end. And actually I posted on Twitter my key stack at the very end of everything. I had 420 white keys because I wasn't going to touch those.
Good for you.
And 1 green key. 1. That was the entirety of all of my keys at the end of the run was 1 green key.
Holy shit.
So
430 white keys. No, wait. Sorry, my math is not mathing. What the fuck?
What?
No, we'll just have it broken down that way. I was trying to do your like lump sum in white keys, and now I'm like, wait, what's our conversion there?
Oh, yeah.
520?
4,500 blue keys I spent on vaults. And plus the ones that I earned from walking and the ones I got in mystery boxes. And I was not the lucky mystery box person this month. I got 1 50 blue key mystery box the entire month.
Well, to be fair, you get them every other month of the year, so.
Yeah. So
they said, oh, she's making a leaderboard push. We have to,
not
we can't. we
Right,
can't
and
placate to this.
and I honestly, like, that 50 was like right in the beginning, so why not use that green? So Rubik's, I hit every
We ran
single
out.
green I possibly could on the last day. And honestly, so the last couple of days, I wanted to make sure at the end of each day I had about 20 green keys saved, just in case we got one of those, like, and yellow keys, just in case we had the adventure road quests of like hit, I think there's like a hit 15
solve
green
it
keys
yellow.
one, yeah, and
Or
like
five greens.
isn't there a 15 one though on the epic side? Is there not?
No.
My brain was telling me there was, so I was making sure I could hit those if I had to. And then it, solve a yellow if that showed up. That didn't show up the entire month. There was no solve a yellow at all that showed up for the month. So, but I wanted to make sure I had enough to do that, especially like a few extras just in case I got the questions wrong. And then that didn't happen the last day. So then I had to go around and find a whole bunch of green vaults. And then, auctions ended and I got paid green keys for some of my auctions. So then I had to find even more. And yeah, so there was that one green key left that I literally went around the entire city. I'm sure there were other green vaults I could have hit,
Wow.
but I went from downtown to north side, east side, west side. Like, I even went into the ghetto and hit those green vaults. At one point,
So
I was like,
these were all like mapped, right?
yeah,
Like on the, okay, because I was like, wait, you were actually like trying to seek them out, like they weren't on the map, and you're just hoping to stumble upon one. Like,
we did a pretty good job of mapping all of the green vaults. Yeah,
yeah.
A while
you guys have a
back,
great
so.
community.
Yeah, I mean it's been kind of a lazy community lately. Like, it's kind of just me and Danibus that kind of play. I mean, Seth Alosha here
Can
and
you
there,
blame him?
Corcus. No, I can't blame him. I actually came across Joey once while I was out walking.
Oh, nice.
Because part of my loop goes into his church parking lot, and so he was on his way to church, and he pulls over. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" I was like,
making a leaderboard push.
He's
like, my stuff in the auction house.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I opened the game the other day and I saw that I was like in 6th local, and I was like, how the hell is this happening? Because I'm not hitting anything. And then he's like, oh, and then I saw you were making a leaderboard push, and I realized you probably just hit all my vaults and put me up there.
You're welcome.
So, yeah. So, but one thing that did not change from beginning of the month to the end of the month is I am still just 2nd local all time, because Danibus firmly has that #1 spot.
Dang. Even after all of those epic prints, huh? I'm shocked.
I'm sure he's continuously done a lot more walking than I have. I mean,
Peregrine is here to say,
hey,
congrats
Peregrine.
on your podium finish.
Thank you.
Long time no see. We miss you around. I'm assuming that Peregrine has something to do with all of the wonderful updates on the wiki that were blasted to Hunter's Lodge today. So
yeah.
I think that's a safe assumption. So thanks, Peregrine.
And someone, I think it was an off topic, posted they found a peregrine falcon nearby and took a picture.
I saw that. Yeah.
That was kind
of
cool.
One of the I think it was Joanne. She just did the last like Tiki Chief quest. Yeah. But yeah, that was really cool.
Toasty says Danibus has done top 5 before too, though, right? Has he?
Yeah, I think he has.
Yeah?
He was like, he was like the month before or after Marvin's house and I think. If not the same month? No. He has, though.
I'm sure it's on the wiki. I'm sure it could
find it. I was just going to go check. Well, I know everybody probably that's in here right now watched the Hunter's Lodge.
Probably.
Except for me.
Except for you.
No. I did actually have a chance to watch it 30 minutes before we started streaming, so I caught a majority of the good content. I had to skip the Q&A part. Work was just a shitstorm today, so appropriate for a Hunter's Lodge day, I assume. And yeah, so at least you won't have to explain everything to me, but there are definitely some things I'm excited to talk about and like dive a little bit further deep into. But I don't know. When you took all of the excellent notes as usual.
Actually, I mostly did screenshots of everything because
Even better.
I've kind of learned at this point that I can't type as fast as they want to go through the slides. So, and they like to use diagrams and tables now that they didn't used to do before. So, so yeah, I figured screenshots were better. So. Apparently, because they didn't do a like how many viewers contest, we're all getting 3 contest boxes, so that's cool.
Sweet.
I haven't
for
gotten
logging in today.
mine yet, so I don't know if anyone's.
I'm sure it'll be on Tuesday or something, right?
Something.
The devs are probably
when the devs come back.
Labor Day weekend.
Yeah. Wait, we're tripping on stream tonight? Why are we tripping on stream? Wait, what? What about shrooming? What? So I think Toasties is trying to mess with us. Yeah.
Wait, everybody's like, wait, what?
I don't know.
I'm on mushrooms right now. How did you know, Toasties?
I'm on fever. If I'm crazy, it's because I have a fever. Okay, so 3 contest boxes. September will be the last leaderboards, the last Adventure Road, and they're turning the auction house off on the 16th, which means that I need to sell and buy all of my shit before then, because I need to sell shit,
and buy shit.
I need keys. Like, I have no keys at all, except for 4 red keys. I have 4 red keys. So
that's a lot of keys.
If anyone wants to buy a gingerbread, which there's too many of them in the auction house, and they're going for like nothing. So, what else do I have to sell? I have a gingerbread, and I have, I don't know, something else that no one seems to want. So, let me know if you want to buy any of my shit. Use that want to buy option in the Discord. And if I see something that I've got, I will sell it to you because I need to make some keys. Anyway.
Yeah.
So basically, last listings will be the 16th. Then those will end in their time. And then, so they canceled the test launch, our little trial thing, which sucks. So they're basically just going to turn off Coin Hunt Worlds on October 1st and turn QBverse on October 3rd. So we'll have 2 days with no game, and then we'll
what
just
are we gonna do?
I'll be fine with it.
I'll be just fine.
Yeah.
My mystery boxes, though. What am I gonna do?
Yeah. I'm mostly bummed about not having that like little test time. Like, I thought that would be awesome, but oh well. Okay, so then the loot system, I feel like so much of this Hunter Lodge was a like recap of stuff they already told us.
That's exactly what I said. I'm like walking through the house because I had it on my phone, right? And I'm like trying to get ready and get the dogs, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I'm like, this is a lot of stuff we already know.
Yeah.
We already knew this. Why are they acting like it's a breakthrough? Like, yeah. I'm like, so, okay.
They gave us the
just
loot
because
system.
You add more slides doesn't mean that it's...
Exactly. Yeah, okay. They gave us the loot system for the chill, good, great, perfect. Mm-hmm. They told us about the rewards are like the base table times or plus the power level, which is the power level plus the country modifier plus the boost level, blah, blah, blah. So we know about that stuff. And apparently the more successful QBverse gets in your country, the higher the country modifier. They did say that they will be updating the country modifier a few times a year. So, I mean, okay. They did tell us what our country modifiers were, though. So that's new. So the United States is at a 2. The UK is at a 1.65. El Salvador is at a 1.09. Canada is at a 1.8. Philippines is a 1.1, and Malaysia is 1.08.
By like US being 2, is that like doubling? Is that what that's supposed to mean? Okay, got it.
So basically, we're gonna double what our rewards are out of vaults. So,
Okay.
yeah.
That's cool.
And apparently what we can export from the game depends on our country modifier too. So the US's weekly export cap is $10, and that takes 10,000 cubic coins. The UK's weekly export cap is $8.25, and that takes 8,250. So like it's the same levels. It's still like the same amount of cubic coins for the same amount of money. It's just like where the cap is. So Canada's capped at $9. We're capped at 10. The UK's capped at 8.25. El Salvador's capped at 545. Philippines is capped at 550, and then Malaysia is capped at 540.
So bizarre.
Yeah.
Okay. I get it, but I'm just like, all right, I got to get used to these like non-block numbers now. You know,
Yeah.
I just really appreciate my ADHD brain likes things to be uniform. So this is going to be a shitstorm, but okay, cool.
Yeah.
We adjust.
Yeah. And they said later this year, anyone will be able to boost certain structures in the Cubiverse. So that's business owners who want to attract additional customers to their physical location. You can boost your structure. I've looked at the OpenStreetMaps thing because that's what everything's going to be based on, right? Like,
yeah, it kind of sounded like it's in tandem. Like the fact that Illusion Weaver noted, like, you know, that you'll want to stay on top of OpenStreetMaps to make sure your area is accurate. I'm like, oh boy. Okay,
Yeah.
so 2 apps plus the coin hunt map because we want that to be updated for events and leaderboard pushes and all of these things.
Yeah.
So that's a lot. That's like 3 different things running at one time.
Well, and I wonder if
and then not even including the building part of all of it.
Like, yeah. I wonder if I mean, I don't know what Anakura's plans are, and if there's anything, like, I don't know what the possibilities are, but it'd be cool.
Like an overlay?
If we could take the OpenStreetMaps with the Coin Hunt map and kind of make them one thing. That would be awesome. I don't know if that's possible. But I can tell you, you're going to have to probably do the, like, tutorial walkthrough thing on OpenStreetMaps, because I pulled it up quickly while I was on my phone while I was watching Toastery stream earlier, and I was like trying to figure out how to like add tags and edit things and whatever, and at least on my phone I couldn't figure out how to do it. I mean, I'm sure once I get on the computer maybe I can figure it out, but I plan to tag my house with my accounting
business.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
And then I will see what this boost thing is. And I know it won't really get anyone here because there's not that many people around. But I might see what could possibly be done with that and what it would cost and all that. Anyway. So it could be interesting.
Yeah.
And okay, so what else? So we've got a daily login reward of 50 keys. So one thing I should have asked and I didn't ask is because they said every 24 hours when you log in. So is that a 24-hour countdown from the last time you logged in? So do you have to make sure to log in every 24 hours on the dot? Or is it like as long as you log in during this day, you get it?
I'd imagine it's like UTC to UTC.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Hope so. And then...
Oh, well, actually, maybe... Shit. So between the two of us, we both could have done beta testing, right? Being content creators, we're in the last wave, and now I'm trying to recall.
Fuck no, because I was doing a leaderboard run.
Yeah, it didn't make sense for you, and I had been in there for a little while. Full disclosure, but I only really built like the first wave, and then after that, life and work just got really crazy. So now I'm trying to recall what the time was like when you log in, but it just like appeared as soon as you logged in on any given day, it would just pop up. It was the first thing that was there, like daily login reward. So I know there's like OGs from way back in the Coin Hunt World day that could probably tell us like if that's on a set time or whatever. But
well, I know they had
and
done
Rubit
that.
says it was a huge complaint point in the early days, so they probably won't go back to the floating 24 hours. Yeah, it's just, it gets funky. Like even with the sushi quest being that way, like it got really weird because you just get closer and closer to closing time.
Yeah.
And it makes no sense. So hopefully they just do that reset 24-hour time frame.
Hopefully. Crashman says beta testing 50 white keys. It was at daily reset. Good. Is that
so 5 a.m.
Evening reset or morning reset?
Morning, I think.
Okay.
Unless I was, because it wasn't retroactive, so I'm pretty sure it was first reset.
Okay. All right. Good.
What Crash said.
Yeah. So then they talked about boosted walking rewards. So you're going to get blue keys, but like at the first, the third, and the sixth milestone of walking, you have a chance to drop a box of white keys, and then they have like high, medium, low, and very low rates of anywhere from 75 to 300 keys.
So it's like a mystery box, a white key mystery box.
Yeah. With a lot of keys though, so that's really cool. Yeah. So that's cool. The QBverse map, new POI fill, they talked about all of this before, so that's nothing new. The preceded tags, that's not really new. Yellow Vault changes, that's not really new. We got to see a little bit about the QB levels. So the experience points that a specific QB gathers while hunting. So it looks like pretty much any vault, unless it's a purple vault, any vault gets your QB 1 point. Purple vaults are 15. So it'll be interesting if they're bringing purple vaults back. And then buddy quests are 50, sushi quests are 100, and monuments are 1,000. And they're trying to decide how they want to handle monuments. So, okay, you've done a monument with me. How do you want them to handle monuments?
Per that discussion, I would just prefer the XP to like your account. It makes no sense for us to have to go back to like try to level up a QB, but also it feels like it's easy to track what QB you were wearing when we did the monument, considering everybody had to wear a specific QB. Right. So it's like not that difficult to figure out. I mean, there's been five groups that have gone now.
Right, but did you sell that QB maybe?
Oh, that's a fair point. Okay.
Yeah.
So then just put it to the account. I think that's fair.
I think
like
that's fair
your
too.
Explorer leaderboard, because hello, like people traveled from another country to go there. Come on, don't reset that. That's silly.
Well, I also think why not just like pick a time and like name a time, and anyone that's done that monument can put on the QB that they want to get the experience points, and at that snapshot, that's the QB that gets the experience points. Or
that's an even better idea. You're thinking way past what I'm
right. Or everyone's gotten a Tiki Chief, right? That's done that one anyway.
Or the blueprint. Yeah.
Yeah. So most of those people have printed their Tiki Chief. I think almost all of them.
I just put it in mine September 1st.
There you go. So why not just put it on the Tiki Chief for that one anyway? I mean, I know that the Vegas monument is different, so I don't know how you'd exactly do that, but
because they could have sold it, I guess. Right?
Yeah.
Same reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I like your idea of like selecting like whatever QB of your choosing, because hey, we were early adopters. We encouraged people to go to the quest. Right. And like let us, you want to change it up, let us choose. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm sure most people will probably do their Tiki Chief anyway if they have it, just like, and I would.
Maybe, yeah.
I'd have it related.
Toasty says, please don't level up my caca. Trugoy says that's a great solution.
You're already doing that.
I can't, I don't know that I can take credit for that. I saw someone mention it, I think, during the Hunter's Lodge stream, and I thought it was a great idea. I don't remember who exactly mentioned it, so it was not my idea. But someone did mention it, that it would be a good idea to just name a time that we put them on, and then that's what gets the things. And they'd have to do 2 different times, like they'd have to do one for Volcano and one for Vegas, because some people have done both.
Oh shoot.
So yeah. Yeah, so I
Ooh, I wonder how big that group is. Ooh, we are exclusive. I just realized.
I would bet you that most people that did the volcano that weren't Hawaiians, I would bet most of those people also went to Coin Hunt World or Coin Hunt Fest. Because
probably, but you're one of those people and didn't go.
Right. But that was
we're like a whole thing.
Yeah.
We'd be doing a whole thing over here, so.
Yeah, I wanted to, and I would have.
I know.
I would have done anything to go. So, anyway, I don't think they should just reset it and not, and like give us the opportunity to do it again. That would piss me off, because I'm not doing it again. I'm not doing it again. Unless they want to fly me there, then I will do it again.
There we go. Yeah. We can personally escort Illusion Weaver and Cuckoo Puffs up the volcano.
Yeah.
Maybe push Cuckoo Puffs through the tracks. No, I'm just kidding. But Jybone says that's what she suggested. She said just pick a time and we choose what we want to wear and get the XP. Also, hi, Jybone.
It's a great idea, Jybone. I love it. I think that's what we should do.
I agree.
Hopefully they're listening. So, anyway. Honestly, as you can kind of see, I really only wear this guy right here, my fire dragon. So, he's going to be super leveled up and no one else will be.
I think that's a good call.
Yeah. Which it's not a good call, because I'm going to have high level QB staffing things. Like, I need high level of other things. I hate wearing anything that's not my fire dragon.
I know, right?
Like, when I have to equip things for Adventure Road, I do it for 2 seconds and I switch right back.
Exactly, me too. I don't even leave the QB page. I'm just like, equip and then equip.
Yeah.
Also, on that note, something that crossed my mind earlier, which I thought was kind of like, that's interesting, because the QBs already have levels. It's common, rare, epic, legendary. So
yeah.
I'm a little confused on, like, why everybody starts on the same page, because I'm like, that they don't take the same thing to print. So, like, what's that? Like, so now we're having, like, 2 types of levels. Like, one that is a full word and one that includes numbers. It makes no sense to me.
Yeah, I kind of wonder what their
the
rarity
at 100.
Yeah, I kind of wonder what their rarity level will have to do with their experience level. If it makes it easier to level them up, or I wonder if they're kind of mixed together in any way whatsoever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or, like, is there a benefit? Like, what's the benefit to having, like, an epic leveled up QB versus a common leveled up QB? And if there is no difference, then it's like,
yeah,
I don't know. Level up all your epics, I guess. I don't know. You have to staff certain things. So I imagine it'll all come out in the fold. But I was also like, what? Now we're...
Yeah.
So many levels to this shit.
Crashman says, I would wear the fire elemental because it poops fire everywhere. Yes. I also would wear that one, except I don't have it. So if anyone wants to... I don't have the blueprint. I never got the blueprint.
Oh, that's...
And I never had enough to print it anyway until now, because they changed the recipe. So in QBverse, I will have enough to print it, but I need the blueprint. So if anyone would like to sell me the blueprint, I do have some red keys that I can spend.
You think that's enough?
No, probably not.
Fire blueprints going for? Like,
probably not. I mean, it's not a very profitable QB to print, so...
QB coins, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or if they just want to sell me the QB itself, I'll buy that. I mean, I do have a huge desire to have all the blueprints, but I also know that that's not feasible. So I know that there's some where I have to just settle for the QB. And also, like, I don't have the Nutcracker, and that Nutcracker pissed me the fuck off this month because I had to equip him multiple times, and I couldn't. Hey, K-Hag.
K-Hag.
So, yeah, that Nutcracker, I guess I would love to buy the blueprint if possible, but I will settle for the QB. But yeah, Christmas events are not my events. He did not want to join my group, so
yeah, that one was rough this last time around.
Yeah,
it really was. It was until the very last minute, like oh
yeah. So anyway, also we got some pictures of K-Hag's twinnies.
Beautiful They're children.
Really cute, grumpy old men.
They're so cute. They're so cute.
Yeah.
And I got pictures today of Conman's baby girl too. She's also so precious.
Aww.
All of literally, I'm like, we are surrounded by babies because 2 of my best friends just had kids. The other 2 of my best friends are currently pregnant and also have 1 kid. Like, it's just so much birth control around me right now. It's wild. It's wild. I don't even have to pay for it. It just shows up.
Yep.
But how's it going, K-Hag? I hope everything is well with the twins, and you're sleeping and they're sleeping and everybody's
and Mama's
happy,
sleeping
and Mom is sleeping and recovering well. We're just wishing all the best for you guys.
Yeah.
No regrets. I love you, True Boy. Wait, so Portland also had a meetup. I love that all of the Portland hunters are in here right now, plus Channers. Like, everybody was meeting up in Portland today.
Except for Toasties. He didn't go.
Except for Toasties.
He became a flaky biscuit.
To be fair, Toasties will barely show up to Santa Monica meetups. So, I mean, sorry, guys, but...
Yeah. I told Toasties multiple times in the stream today that he is now a flaky biscuit. He is not a... he's like one of those flaky layers biscuits. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, he's not a toast.
Still a bread of some kind.
Yeah, it was just
or a wheat of some kind.
Yeah.
Wait, so are you guys still out hunting? I'm guessing not. Hopefully they're like eating and doing their sushi quest and all that good stuff now, but I thought I saw pictures earlier. I don't know. But I hope the meetup went well, guys.
Yeah.
It sounded super fun. And then we've got our meetup in Santa Monica in 2 weeks.
I saw that. That's exciting.
Yeah.
I wish I could go.
I know, me too. I mean, to be fair, I'm glad that like you didn't like book a flight or anything in advance.
Sorry.
Because we had no idea if the game was even going to be like live by the time, like a month later after we had planned it. They were like, oh, it's going to shut down for a couple of weeks. And we're like, wait, what? Shit. So now Aperture Cat is craving flaky butter biscuits.
I'm always craving those. Always.
Biscuits are always delicious.
Yeah. I don't have a real oven yet, so I have a countertop oven. So when I make flaky biscuits, I have to...
Countertop oven?
Yeah, it's really cool. It's like this big...
Like an Easy Bake?
Well, no, kind of, no. But it's like this big bowl. It's a big glass bowl, and it has a lid on it, and the lid has a heating element and a really bright light, and it basically cooks things. It's kind of like an air fryer, but
Nice.
It's pre-air fryer. It's like the hipster air fryer.
I love that.
Yeah.
I want that.
Yeah, you can cook a whole Thanksgiving turkey in it, and I have before.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. But so the only problem is it cooks top down, and if you put a pan in it, there's no circulation because the actual oven is the size of the pan. So when I cook flaky biscuits, I put them in the pan, and then halfway through I have to flip them over, otherwise they're all soggy on the bottom. So anyway, yeah.
All that condensation.
Yeah. Yeah, Toasty says he's super sad he couldn't make it. He gave a whole freaking, like, speech during his stream earlier about not being able to go. It was like a monologue. Like, yeah.
Wait, are you being serious?
Yes. I watched his stream earlier today. He had his...
No, I know.
He had his microphone in his hand. He was reading a prepared speech that he read
Did
for
a
not
tear
being...
come down the face is what I want to know.
I think he was faking it. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, that's when I start calling him a flaky biscuit.
It was part of the monologue.
Yeah.
Anyway, oh that's great.
Okay,
wait, so we're getting off topic. So back to Hunter's Lodge.
Yeah, back to Hunter's Lodge. So, QB stats. QBs will have a level, a class, an element, a zodiac sign, and an affinity. Not all QBs will have an affinity assigned yet, but it will happen over time. Like the Sneaky Seal's affinity is sushi. Whatever that means. Mm-hmm. So...
thought it was sad fish.
Right. Well, aren't they the same? I don't see any happy fish in our sushi. They're definitely sad.
True, but sometimes they don't know it's coming.
Yeah, that's true.
Sometimes they're sad before it happens, so.
Yeah. Huh. So the zodiac sign is determined by the date they're printed. So everything I printed this month will be, what was it, Leo this month? Is this month Leo?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So last month.
Last month, yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah. Last month.
Yeah.
The only month that mattered, like this month doesn't matter for anything.
It might. We'll see.
Right. So, so there's the level. The class is going to be one of, what are these? 10. Okay, so athlete, builder, dancer, elemental, healer, mage, tank, transporter, warrior, or worker. So I found these kind of interesting. So dancer, I'm guessing like the Kipao is going to be a dancer. I kind of wonder what is going to be a healer.
Earth QB.
No, that's going to be an elemental.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Well, wait. Healer. Hula QB? No, that would be an answer.
That's a good. Yeah.
Surf QB?
I would think that would be athlete.
Perhaps. Porque no los dos.
Well, I don't think they
Surfing is healing, but also active.
I think there's only going to be one class.
Got it.
So,
healer. That's interesting. Okay,
guys, I'm looking up because I'm reading my notes. I'm not watching TNG in the background, though. That'll be later. And I've already made it all the way through TNG. We're working on Deep Space Nine right now, so.
Also, I'm cracking up because Amateur Cat. I also thought a similar thought, but I know where you're looking. Amateur Cat said, Korkio, do you have your notes taped to the ceiling?
No, okay. All right. So
you might have to show the cork boat again.
Yeah, so those that haven't seen my office layout, my main monitors are in portrait mode side by side. I have two portrait mode monitors side by side. And my laptop that I am streaming on, which is a separate computer, is down here with the camera right here. And so I'm looking up at the top of the portrait mode monitor that I have right next to me. So, yes. Anyway. So it's interesting. I mean, I think we can figure out what a builder would be, what a worker would be, what a warrior would be, what an elemental would be, but...
Hoth is saying Valentine's Day QB?
Maybe.
As a healer, or Ghost QB? An Exorcist healer?
Well, there's also mage. So I mean the mage is wearing a witch's hat, so I imagine that's going to be the witch, but
witch, maybe ghost. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Yeah.
Dang, I'm trying to think. Well, I don't know. There's a lot of randomizers that I guess could fall into that category. Like if they don't lump everything together, right? Like I feel
Yeah.
like the tikis all kind of have their own.
Yeah, they all have their own thing
like,
that they mean, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like all of
Like,
their flavor text is different.
like
and
one of them
like
means
pertains to something.
foreman or something, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So like maybe it'll have something, maybe the flavor text like ties in with the elements. That actually I doubt, but maybe.
Yeah.
I don't even think they're thinking that far ahead. But
Yeah.
maybe they should.
So, okay, so those are the classes. And then there's the elements. And there's 18 elements. And so the elements are silver, shadow, ocean, steel, digital, air, sand, ice, grass, earth, color, sun, gold, wind, water, moon, fire, forest. So,
okay, quick. Without thinking about it, what's your element?
My element,
ocean is mine.
Fire.
Nice.
I mean, I always wear the fire thing. Like, I like the fire things. I don't know. But, I mean, that's the element I'll probably wear all the time. But what feels me is more probably forest. Mm-hmm. I'm a trees person, for sure.
Get that ocean element.
Yeah. So, okay, so the earth cubie, we imagine would be earth element. But there's also the grass element and the forest element, which are very earth. Like, how is grass and forest and earth that much different?
I don't know. Maybe there's more plans. They have to kind of like give themselves a little bit of room, I assume, for all the cubies that still haven't been released.
Yeah, I guess so.
And I would imagine eventually we'll get to the point where like cubies kind of classify under 2 elements. Because the element thing reminds me of Pokemon, and Pokemon, some Pokemon have 2 elements, some only have 1.
I think they're just supposed to have
changes. 1. Yeah, I don't know then. Yeah, Tosi said, I don't understand why we went from 0 to 100 with the classes and elements. I kind of agree. Like, it feels a little like extra. Like,
it's a bit
like
much.
Fluff.
It's much.
Right. Like, does it pertain to anything? Like, do I need to have a specific element? Or, like, I get the classes because the classes are what differentiates, like, who can staff what structure.
Right.
But what do the elements have to do with? And then on top of that, the freaking zodiac signs, I'm like, okay, all right, cool.
I guess certain things will require certain things. You know?
Yeah, we asked for all of this info, and I think they're giving it to us just like within a different.
Too much.
Yeah. Like, I was more so thinking a log of like printed on and printed by, and that's it.
Yeah.
And printed maybe where, I don't know.
W.R. Willem. Thanks, bud. He says you should be able to search almost all of the class elements on the wiki in the search bar and get a list of what is what. Not sure 100% of the programming is working in the background, so some might be missing at this point, but it's being worked on. Awesome. Thanks. Thanks, Wiki team.
You're awesome. Yeah.
Thanks, W.R. Willem. You're the best.
You are. And I didn't even, they should have mentioned that in Hunter's Lodge. They just mentioned all of the new recipes were there, but that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
Well, everybody go leave our stream and go check that out.
But come back and tell us.
Yeah, please come back.
Okay, so then we're going to have a new construction QB named Tony, which is interesting because the other one doesn't have a name, as far as I know.
Does he not?
Isn't it just the construction and the foreman? Yeah, there's Willie, but then there's the construction.
The OGs, yeah. No, we've decided to fully like humanize and personalize QBs now.
Yeah. They're becoming hurricanes. They all get names. Yeah.
That's great. I love that analogy.
But I mean, what's interesting is for most of us, we don't know most people's actual names. So I guess except for like the Zach QB, there was like, it's like, okay, these aren't being named after anyone in the player base, but yet we'll all possibly at some point have a QB that has our name, except for me. No, there's not going to be a Corey QB. I don't think.
No, you get Susie, and that's fine for
Susie.
now.
And my next door neighbor is Susie, and she's a sweetheart, so that's fine.
Well, there we go. Positive
Yeah.
associations.
Yeah. And it's funny because Rainstorm was pretty sure that the Tony QB is the one that doesn't do any work, and he just like stands off
Slacking
to the
off.
side. And I
You judge
added
him
in
just by
that.
his name, Renstorm?
Yeah, he is. I said he's probably the one whistling at the like catcalling the girls as they walk by.
Nice. Jesus.
I mean, I've been to New York City. I've been there. I know what it's like. You get that construction guy named Tony. Yeah, you stay away from him.
Hey, Tony.
Right.
As long as it's not like Tony Montana, I don't know. Which would you prefer?
So, okay, so you get him or his blueprint just from putting one puck in one crane, one of the new reset cranes. So,
Cool.
So
And
that's that.
remind me, are cranes in the same locations?
All of them will be the same. They will likely
then
be adding
adding.
more. Yeah.
Got it.
First prints. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Did they end up elaborating on the first question, like on first solve once it's built,
They didn't say.
if those were going to change? Okay.
They talked about it possibly changing last time, but they didn't say anything
remember.
about it this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
They shouldn't change. I really like that. And you should, if you're wanting us to go out and explore new areas, we should be learning about the new area that we are exploring.
Yeah. True.
To be fair.
To be fair. Okay, so first prints. All first prints have been reset for QBverse. Printing QBs no longer yields leaderboard points. Instead, when printing a QB for the first time, you receive experience points. 35 for common, 100 for rare, 250 for epic. This experience goes to the QB you have equipped while you're printing. And it was asked, okay, is that when you put it in the print shop, when you take it out of the print shop, when the print finishes printing, even when it's still in the print shop? And Illusion Weaver wasn't sure. He said he'd have to check, but it's most likely when you take it out of the print shop. So, anyway.
Fair enough. My
Jaguar
reaction was
says,
over, yeah, that, yep.
That doesn't
Earth
make
QB
sense.
is not an elemental, it's a warrior class. What?
But it is an elemental. They are the
Well-
elemental QBs. That's ridiculous. Why are they going
I'm
to make it
also
so
like-
confusing?
You also mentioned grass and forest and
Yeah, those are the elements. Like what
Oh,
element they are, but
okay,
the
sorry.
elemental is the class.
I would assume like Tiki, the Tikis are all kind of like in the warrior class, and wow, I really wasn't expecting the Earth QB to be warrior. It doesn't look like a warrior at all. What?
That's me. No, if anything, I'd make it a healer if it's not going to be an elemental.
Right?
Yeah.
Smoking
Or
that warrior
a
tonight.
tank. Or a tank. I mean, if you look at the tank icon, it kind of looks like... Well, tank like in video games is like the one that can take the beating, right? Like it's like the... And you think of like the Hulk or...
Sure, but I would even put like fire QB into that category before I put Earth. Earth is so like grass head. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
it's a grass head.
When I think of tanks, I think of big things made out of rocks. They just can, they're like the big boulders. They can just kind of like take the beating, and they don't really deal a lot of damage, but they can take it. I don't know. Whatever.
Weird.
It's all weird.
We'll complain about it enough to get them changed, so it's fine.
Maybe, yeah. The chromatic randomizer. So this is fun.
This is one of the things I was very excited about.
Yeah. I was chatting with Rain on his stream earlier. As I am sick and not wanting to get out of bed much, I've tried to jump into everyone's streams when they happen. And Rain was saying it would be cool if it was like a color changing QB, like it goes through its gradients, and like when it starts to fade towards green, you get like a boost if you hit a green vault while it's the color green.
Oh,
That'd be kind of cool.
that would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, we all kind of assume it has something to do with the green vaults, though. The green, right? Because that's the only way you can get like chromatic paint is through AR or green vaults. So I assume the chromatic randomizer, it's something, I don't know, between
It's
the green
possible.
vault spawning quests and things, it sounds like this might be somewhere in there.
I guess that's possible. I didn't even make that connection, but
Oh, really?
it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the only way you can get chromatic paint is through green vaults. So I'd only assume that green, or I'm sorry, chromatic blueprints would
Well, wait.
kind
Can
of
you
the
can't
same.
currently get chromatic paint from green vaults, right? That'll be
No,
in the
no, then
QBverse.
QBverse. Yeah,
Yeah. It's probably why
but
I didn't
that's
make that connection. I totally forgot that was a thing.
oh,
I
you
was
have
like
one of those.
I was like
You have one of those user vaults.
I've only gotten chromatic paint from Adventure Road. So
Like, what the heck are you talking about?
yeah, I think it'll be fun. I hope they don't do something like 32 like they did with the footballers, which I understand why 32 for the footballers because that's the amount of teams. And then they did 27 for the tikis. I don't know. I kind of hope it's like a smaller number of them, but I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. Or maybe it'd be fun if it was like 100. I don't know. I feel like there's like too many QBs at this point. I don't know. Anyway.
Never enough QBs. I realized not too long ago, I am in this game for the fucking QBs.
Yeah.
Never enough. It's great.
So then they went through the build mode, which we already knew about. So what we can build in QBverse when it opens is a white user vault or an advanced print shop. So this is where the classes matter because the advanced print shop must be staffed with a worker QB, which that makes sense. But it says it must be staffed with a worker QB. It doesn't say what element it needs to be or what zodiac or anything. So, yeah, I don't know. And then the white user vault can have any QB. It has to be built on a tag.
Oh yeah, basic, easiest one to staff.
Yeah. And then as
is there
a
benefit? Is there a benefit to owning a white user vault?
Well, key kickbacks, and then you can level them up to blue user vaults, and then more.
Oh yeah, the leveling part. Okay, so you have to have the white.
My ear is not happy with my earbuds.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
It's like take this out.
You got to do those the overhead, or over ear buds.
Yeah, I don't own any of those anymore. I'm gonna need to get some.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's why I got mine because I also get ear infections very easily, being in the water too much.
Yeah. Okay, so as you're talking about in the chat, the unified crafting system. So the crafting has changed or will change in QBverse. So they've made it so that they all have the same formula. So if it's common, it'll take 500 of a common resource and 1,000 resin. If it's rare, it'll take 1,000 of a common resource, 500 of a rare resource, and 5,000 resin. And if it's epic, it'll take 2,000 of a common resource, 1,000 of a rare resource, and 500 or 1 of an epic resource, and then 10,000 resin.
Okay.
So
that feels balanced, and it's about damn time.
Yeah. But
these recipes, I'm sure, like you, were driving me up a wall because it's like there's no rhyme or reason. Some of them are incredibly hard, and it just feels like this was not fully fleshed out.
yeah, they didn't think about it when they started for sure.
Yeah.
So things will definitely change, like the sharks and the pirate captains will definitely change. Some things won't make sense though. I've heard some of these make no sense. Like, is
Well,
that
like
the
the one that
black?
Hoff just put in?
Is that the black
Is
cat?
that Black Cat?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it is because what? Why would you need Christmas? What?
Because they had to find a common resource and a rare resource.
There's plenty of Halloween resources that they could have used.
Yeah,
like,
but
why are we using Christmas resources?
I think
we're back to making no sense again.
I think they were thinking of a cat, and okay, you want balls of yarn with cats kind of go together, and the jingle bells, like the bells on collars or something, kind of goes together.
Oh my god, that's ridiculous. That's so stupid. No, the whole point. Oh my god, I'm actually so pissed about this. The whole point of fucking hunting the whole event is so you can print the cubies.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Am I going up in our mic volume? Hello.
You're fine.
This makes no sense, you guys. Mm-hmm. I'm actually, this is so genuine. Huh?
There are some that are really ridiculous. Can someone?
Are you kidding me right now? Jingle bells and yarn.
Yeah.
Where we already have randomizers that use all of those resources. Fuck off. Oh my god.
Can someone pull the new recipe for the messy QB? Because I know 55 that one's...
burgers, 55 fries, 55 tacos, 55 pies.
Yep, there you go. My understanding
what is the fucking point?
The messy QB is absolutely ridiculous, though. Because
the new one coming in?
Yeah, because the messy QB was like 10,000 footballs, and then it was white paint and blue paint, right? But they couldn't keep that recipe with this new structure, so they had to add other resources that don't make sense. So if someone can grab that would be awesome, because I think it's ridiculous, and I would love to share it.
Yo, Toasties.
I don't have a keyboard right now, so.
Oh shit. Toasty said they're trying to balance the demand above all, I think. And while I understand that, there's plenty of ways to balance it with the resources that are used during those events specifically. We have so many Halloween resources because we've lived through 3 Halloween events. Mm-hmm. It fucking blows my mind that they're choosing to do Christmas resources when they are already used for so many fucking randomizers.
Yeah.
Excuse my language, but I am like genuinely pissed about this. It's so dumb.
Yeah. But okay, so check this though. Check this. The messy QB is 2,000 footballs, 1,000 bonsai trees, and 1 beach cocktail.
It's so dumb. Oh my god.
Like, that doesn't make sense.
This is so dumb.
Why the hell does Lionel Messi have bonsai trees and beach cocktails?
I feel like you could ask Chat GPT to make recipes for you and they would figure it out. Like, what? Mm-hmm. Nikki is like, what's a messy QB?
Oh yeah. He's very messy now. It's the
oh my god.
The championship World Cup Championship QB. It's
sorry,
designed
guys.
to look like Messi. Yeah.
This is like very genuine reaction because I did not realize this. I thought they were fucking around. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sure it's already been told that there were recipe leaks in the beta channel, right? Mm-hmm. The Black Cat was the first one, and when they leaked it, I saw it and was like, "That's a joke." Like, you know, I did not take it seriously whatsoever. Yeah. So genuinely, I'm like, they're kidding, right? Like, this is just an example.
It's a bit ridiculous.
You know, IW always likes to like yank our chains a little bit.
Right.
Wow. Oh, no, I don't slide into those DMs. I'm respectful, sir. I'm very respectful, but yeah, no, it's I'm in this game truly, like I said earlier, for the QBs, and now I might not even be in it for the QBs, so who fucking knows?
Oh no.
Great.
So
great.
pro tip, pro tip, take a look at all of the recipes of the things that you like to print and see if you should print a bunch more this month before it switches over to QBverse. See if you need to buy a bunch of resources.
Wait, I know you bought the Fire Dragon QB, but now I'm curious about the Fire Dragon blueprint. Is that recipe still up there? Because that recipe was kind of easy, but no, it wasn't because of the scales.
I don't know. I never printed it, so I have no clue.
I wonder what that. Just your QB on the podium made me think of it.
Yeah, I have no clue. Leprechaun takes 500 hilarious. Chromatic paint. Yeah, because Illusion Weaver is like, yeah, he's got to, his rainbows have to come from somewhere.
See, that makes sense. I kind of get that. I'm not going to lie. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's also, like, we don't even have chromatic paint, dude. And these are, like, 3 years ago blueprints. So actually, does it make sense? Do you want us to be the Rolex dealers or no? I can't figure it out. I don't know.
So crazy. Nikki, I was talking. Nikki asked for a repeat of the recipe, and it didn't show up in the chat because I think they thought it was spam. So
I have it. 2,000 Jingle Bells. So this is for Black Cat QB. 2,000 Jingle Bells, Christmas event, not Halloween. 1,000 Ball of Yarn, Christmas event, not Halloween. 500 Bottle of Blood, makes sense. And 10,000 Resin. Makes sense. And
the Messy QB, it just scrolled past, so I can't see the recipe anymore. But it was bonsai trees and beach cocktail and footballs. And then Hoth says, I guess this is the Fire Dragon. 2,000 red envelopes, 1,000 dancing flames, 500 dragon scales, and 10,000 resin. That sounds
What's
harder.
That one? Fire Dragon?
Yeah. Is that harder?
Yeah. Red envelopes are not easy to get either because they are part of so many recipes. I don't know. Maybe they're not now. Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can somebody go check all of the Christmas randomizers and see if they've changed? Please. Do they now take just red and green paint because we're using all of the resources for epics?
Well, no. I mean,
let's hope.
I mean, if we're talking about
that would have been the smarter thing to do.
The rare randomizer is going to have 1,000 common and 500 rare resources. So.
Nikki says, "Okay, what? Get it now." Everything is so high.
Yeah. So, some things it might make sense to wait to print. Some things it might make sense to print now.
VIP. What's VIP?
Oh, is that the Vegas VIP?
We don't have blueprints, though.
So what VIP is that?
They were just achievement QBs. I think. Yeah. We can't, like, print more.
Hoth says, wait, the VIP QB has a recipe.
What? That's fucking bizarre. See what I mean? I'm like, think it all the way out.
Wait, so the VIP is the VIP is the high roller, right?
No, the VIP is the Fear and Loathing.
Oh.
The high roller is the one with the hoodie.
Right. The Hunter S. Thompson one, yeah.
Right.
Okay, wait, but that's cool.
What?
If that has
But they don't have blueprints.
Then maybe
why do they have recipes?
Maybe there will be blueprints, and maybe I can finally fucking get one.
Yeah, same with everybody else that actually attended.
Yeah.
I'm so confused. What is happening?
So Hoth says that the Ugly Sweater QB is 500 balls of yarn, 1,000 jingle bells, and 5,000 resin. Wait, that used to take coal. That doesn't take coal anymore? That's good. Coal was tough. I have plenty of yarn and plenty of jingle bells, so I might actually be able to print Lily because I haven't printed Lily yet.
Actually, could you please print a black cat instead? Thank you. Because apparently those are the same resources for a black cat.
If I had the blueprint, I totally would.
Oh my God. Why don't we have black paint or like any sort of black resource that we could sub in for any of these irrelevant event resources that are attached to the black cat blueprint?
So, okay,
Hoff,
that makes me...
Can I ask, Ghost Pilot QB, can I ask what that?
Oh yeah,
because that was also the last Halloween cauldron sacrificing moment.
The yellow dragon now
May
takes
I remind
coal.
you, we sacrificed all of the cats and you guys sacrificed all of the freaking things. So I'd love to know.
The yellow dragon now takes coal. I mean, thematically it makes sense, but
I still think there's like an air of you have to like stay within the confines of the event that is being that the blueprints are coming from.
Okay, so shop drops though, the ones that historically just took paint. Do those still just take paint?
Those looked like they did. Like I checked the pirate and
they're just different amounts based on the color, right?
Those ones got, to be fair, easy. To be fair, those ones got easier where they reduced the purple paint amount. And so it went from, again. So this makes no fucking sense whatsoever. Do you see what I mean now?
I'm glad I printed that when I did, and I'm gonna have to try and get some more bones and some more ecto to print George before it's too fucking late, because 2,000 bones? Are you kidding me? It was hard enough to get 1,000 bones.
Like,
but
what
the 500 ecto, the 500 ecto makes me feel so much better because that was extra hard to get. I feel like it should be 2,000 dusty rags and 1,000 bones. I know
it feels wrong.
Yeah,
it feels
off
because it doesn't match the rest of the other things that I was checking. It seemed as though, like, yes, they're hard to print, but you just need a lot.
Yeah.
Of, and naturally you hunt out a lot of the common and then a little bit of the rare and a little bit less of the epic, and that the fucking recipe should match that.
Yeah, well, Rubik says the drop rates are also changing, remember. So hopefully that's helpful.
Are they in a good way or a bad way? Don't know. Did we get there yet?
Well, I think in okay, so that's what we're coming to next is the resource loot change. Okay.
Good timing.
So
2,000 bones, bro. But at least it makes sense. They're all Halloween.
Yeah. The
so if you were playing in October, you don't have to also be playing in December in order to print the thing that you got in October.
Right. It was funny, as I was asking people to list bones and ecto for me, they were like, do you need the dusty rags too? And I was like, no, I've been through 2 Halloweens. I don't need rags. I've had plenty of rags. Okay, so here's the drop rates. So in a contest box, you have a 60% chance of getting a common resource, and when you do, you get 250 of that common resource. Okay?
Okay.
You have 50. A 30% chance to get a rare resource, and if you do, you get 150 of that rare resource. And you have a 10% chance to get an epic resource, and you get 100 of that epic resource. So, like,
this
100
all
blood.
Means. So we have drop rates. Do we have drop rates from, like, on the wiki of what it was before? Because I don't. This makes. I need, like, a perspective. Like, what's the comparison? Are we going up or are we going down? Because it kind of feels the same, no?
Well, but if you think about it, when you would get blood in a contest box before, you'd get 20.
Yeah.
Now you're going to get 100. But it's a 10% chance. I don't know as far as drop rates.
And how often do we get contest boxes? Like,
right. Well, that's just contest boxes. So, okay. So Adventure Road. They have the free side and the paid side. Common resources, you'll get 100 on the free side and 150 on the paid side. Rare resources, you'll get 100 on the free side and 150 on the paid side. And epic resources, you'll get 100 on the free side and 150 or 1 on the paid side. The or 1 is like if it's a beach cocktail or a hat or a like, okay, witches' hats now
this all
don't
makes
take
sense because
5.
we're fucking paying for it. But yeah.
Yeah. Witches' hats don't take 5 anymore. They only take 1. Pilot hats don't take 5 anymore. They only take 1. So that's a little helpful. But I always had way too many of those anyway.
Right.
So.
Or you could print, yeah. I'm like, it's all the other stuff I'd love for it to go down. Not up.
So, and then
that's
tickler
actually
boxes,
the least.
Yeah, tickler boxes are going to be pretty much the same as contest boxes, except for. Oh wait, no, they're not. They're way better. They're a whole level better.
I fucking hope so.
They're a whole level.
They're
better.
ticklers.
So, yeah.
You finished it. You paid a red key for those freaking boxes.
Yeah. So your big tickler box, you have a 60% chance of getting a rare resource. If you do, you get 500 of that rare resource. You have a 30% chance of getting an epic resource. If you do, you get 250 of that epic resource. So it would be like 250 blood, right? You have a 10% chance of getting a unique epic, and then you get 1. So that's like a
unique epic resource, you mean?
Yes. So that's like witch's hat, walnut, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So.
And then did they mention like everything else kind of stays the same within tickler boxes? Because isn't it always epic resources?
No, we got rare resources too. We also got paint. A lot of times we also got paint.
Oh shit, that's right. No, you're right. It's been a long time since we've played an event, so I'm trying to dust off the shelf a little bit.
It's not too far from our next event, which is Halloween.
Hopefully.
So
let's go.
Halloween's supposed to start the 28th through the 29th. It's supposed to run for 7 days. Illusion Weaver says there's going to be lots of great things in it. He doesn't want to spoil any of it. Nice. If you watch the little intro to the Hunter's Lodge, you'll see like them doing like little storyboard kind of things. One of those things was trading shacks. You can see them design the trading shack. The other one is like 2 cubies in the woods around a fire.
That's cute.
And I'm thinking it is something to do with the Halloween event.
Oh, like you have to meet up around the cauldron or something in order to...
Yeah, and we will have cauldrons. So that'll be
great.
a thing.
Yeah. That I think I heard from Cuckoo Puffs or something.
Yes, and we will be throwing things in them.
Oh no!
My guess for throwing things in is Zodiacs, which would really suck because there are no blueprints.
No. We're not doing it. No. Don't even throw it out there. Stop it.
Put something in there. Something's got to go.
Not those.
Well, okay, what's your vote for then?
All the cats again?
They won't do that.
Just a throwback?
They won't do it. They won't do it.
All the tikis.
They already have a purpose, though.
So? It's clear there's no rhyme or reason to anything, so...
Yeah, that's true.
Who cares?
Yeah. So
all the tikis.
I did hear from someone, I don't know... Oh, they already confirmed the Zodiacs are not getting burned.
They definitely confirmed it, like, like, anything that doesn't have a blueprint. Except for, obviously, the blue bee that you all sacrificed.
Which I just paid a, red key
Pretty penny
to try
for?
and get one. There's one in the auction house right now that I had a red key bid on.
Oh, boy.
Believe it or not. A blue bee that I'm gonna possibly pay a red key for. I still have the highest bid, too, so... We'll see. I like that idea.
Nikki Boo says football players.
That's possible, but there are 32 of them. That would be a lot of things to throw in.
Well, they could do like a combo again, like they did last year, right? Like you did like one of every color plus, what did you guys have to sacrifice? One of every color, and then one air.
And a pilot, right? Did you have to throw a pilot in?
Did you have to? I don't know. I never got that far. I'm not gonna lie. I never printed a George. Yeah. Never printed a fucking. I printed 4 fucking Lauras and was like, great.
Same.
I love my life.
Oh, I bought a George. That's right. You had to put a Laura in
you
the
bought
George.
One, yeah.
Yeah, and I bought one.
That's how you got the ghost blueprint.
Yeah. I like Rubik's idea, one of each construction QB. I think that fits the current theme of building stuff.
Architect included, yeah.
Wait, Toasties, what? Are they giving us blue QB blueprints? Am I paying a red key for a bluebie for fucking nothing?
I thought it was just white. Oh yeah, it was. Okay, so it was the air elemental QB and then one of each pilot, Laura and George.
Toasties, please tell me you're lying. Please tell me you're lying. Please tell me you're lying.
No, seriously. Did you win?
Not yet.
Somebody outbid Korkio. Fast.
No, don't. If it's not true, don't outbid me because I want my bluebie back. But if we're getting blue QB blueprints, please outbid me.
W said it would be 9 QBs to sacrifice again. Okay.
Maybe 9 tikis of all the same tribe.
In there.
9 tikis of the same tribe. Maybe.
That's too easy. That's way too easy.
I don't have 9 of the same tribe.
Yeah, but it's still way too easy. You guys sacrificed 2 epics and technically an event common that's not a common, and then all of the rest of the colored blueprints.
Okay, Hoth and Trugory are agreeing that blue QBs would get a blueprint. Fuck.
Is that a thing? Okay, I feel like we have no idea. Just wait until the next month. We have no idea.
Mama, can you message Illusion Weaver for me and find out?
No. I'm so mad right now. No. No. Now is not the time.
Okay.
Why don't we just, I'm happy to Discord and stream and be like, hey, are we getting a blue QB blueprint? Just out of random?
All right, guys.
Hey, I wasn't in Hunter's Lodge today. Are we getting a blue QB blueprint? Let's go. I'm going.
Okay, so guys, I need you to help me with my misinformation campaign. I need you to tell everyone that there will not be blue QB blueprints so that someone over the next couple of days outbids me on this bluebie, because
I threw it in the Hunter's Lodge, or a Hunter's hangout, so we'll see.
We need a misinformation campaign, guys. I need you to get people to outbid me. Where's Alriad when you need him? Alriad, come outbid me.
All you have to do is probably send him a DM, and he'd be like, all right, why not?
Does he even have key? He doesn't even play anymore.
Blue, da buddy. Does he? Probably not. He's probably like making money playing some other gaming app. We should all message Alriad, actually.
Yeah. Ugh. Okay.
The fun of playing this game. Oh, Illusion Weaver is typing.
Fuck.
Illusion Weaver is typing. He's in Discord, but not in the stream, so it's fine.
Ask him why the fuck he's not in the stream.
He said, no, that was something we have been debating.
Wait, what?
He's following up. He said, and I quote, I asked, hey, I wasn't in Hunter's Lodge much today. Are we getting a blue QB blueprint? Illusion Weaver responds, no, comma, that was something we have been debating.
And he said he's still talking. He's still typing.
He's still typing, and I'm just saying, oh, good to know. No QB blueprint. Yes.
Okay. Are we gonna get new blue cubies?
I'm gonna ask, is blue? Everybody starts with blue B though, so not the white QB.
Wait, but still, I'm buying one for no fucking reason.
Rubik says Toasty's lied. QB's died. Okay, so everybody's not starting with the white QB.
Will we get one if we don't have one now? That's my question. Miss Discord and stream over there.
Okay, I see what you mean. Well, yeah, it's not in your. If it's not in your. So hypothetically, I'm spelling so wrong. Rubik's, could you actually type this for me? Because Rubik's is in here.
Yeah, someone please just ask him. Will we be getting them if we don't currently have one?
Every new player starts with the blue B. You guys are new players. Shit. He said every new player starts with the blue B, but you guys aren't new players. Toasties, there's so much of me that's like, why won't you die? He's like, if I'm lying, I'm dying. Oh, look at you. You're Discording and streaming too. I see you over there. I see you. Every new player gets a white QB blueprint after they solve 10 vaults, I believe, is what Illusion Weaver says. Hey, you developed the game. Vigilance? No.
All right, I'm done Discording and streaming. All right. Crisis averted.
Well, we have our answer. There we go. Reverse
no one outbid
scenes.
me. Cancel the misinformation campaign. Everyone ignore the blue QB in the auction house.
Mind your business. Yeah, nobody go there. Everybody go back to sleep. Enjoy your Labor Day.
Yep.
Or enjoy not laboring on Labor Day. If you're so lucky.
All right. Okay.
Oh, geez.
Moving on.
quickly before he catches on.
new leaderboards. Hunter, Explorer, Builder. We kind of already know about these. They were already covered. Next. Red boosted vaults. They already covered these as well. Next. No, so the red boosted vaults, they did you catch Cuckoo Puffs?
Are you Discording and streaming?
No. I'm looking at the comments as you're commenting and streaming. Anyway,
commenting and streaming.
Commenting and streaming. Yeah.
How dare I?
So about these red boosted vaults, did you hear Cuckoo Puffs mention that he would like envelopes to go out once someone attempts it to say whether like who it was and whether they were successful or failed?
So savage.
I think I like that a lot.
I think I would have liked that in like Parker Dude Man era.
Right.
Speaking of, where is Kevo Strings? Oh.
Yeah, he's not here.
Where's Kevo? I know he hasn't been like in it to win it for a while. Yeah, it would have been great for all of the assholes that were trying to fucking, like capitalize on a red vault and not tell anybody.
Yeah. Well,
because then if you got it wrong, like, fuck you, it's gone, man.
Well, it's the same thing this time, and only one person can try. So
yeah, but that's like such a community event at that point. If you're smart.
But y'all have to decide on who gets to try too.
Sure.
That could become like a a big
build your communities, guys. Build your communities out and like get to know your people and like make sure everybody's chill, because then everybody can take turns, because there's not that many green user vaults in the nation. So like, let's not get crazy about it. I highly recommend, because I've personally solved a red vault. It's fucking hard, and the more people the merrier, because you have no idea where everybody's knowledge is at and like what categories you're gonna get. Like, for sure. Highly recommend not being a dick and trying to do it on your own.
Yep.
And having a community behind you. So
yep.
I think it would be great to do, like, just post it in the Discord as soon as you see it, and then
if someone can like it, Discord stream it too, where like you can have everyone in Discord helping you, that's also good.
That's also great. Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously it's hard to do, but I think we could probably pull off. Didn't we used to have a voice channel in the community alliance server, like, for this reason?
Yes.
Was the red boosted vaults?
Yes.
I mean, okay, wait, I have to kind of retract my my advice, because I said throw it in the Discord, but I think as they get released, DM your local community that you trust once you notice that it's there, and then so nobody snipes it from you, because I know we all have like city Discords probably, and blah blah blah, but you never know who's looking, and somebody might go in and try to snipe it. So
yeah,
like a Parker dude, man.
Right. So
and that shit disappears. So
so that wasn't really new news. So sorry. The new auction house. So we already knew it runs on QB coins instead of keys. Apparently has many more filters and sorting capacity. So if you have a level 30 or higher account, you can also list things with a buy now price, which Cuckoo Puffs mentioned the really good use for this. Like, if there's equip zombie on the adventure road, then you can put a bunch in the auction house that buy now for a reasonable price. People can buy them right away, equip them. I think that's great. I love it. And then we also get a buy history and a sell history page. That's awesome, because I, for the life of me, can't remember what I paid for most shit. So having the history is really nice. And then was it Feed Goat noticed that the things were on the wrong side, and hopefully that's getting fixed. So, yep. Also, you'll be able to type in the amount you want to pay for something instead of swiping keys constantly. So that'll be nice. I hope you can type in how many of each key you want, because if you want to do mostly greens instead of yellows or something, hopefully you can do that. So there's that. All right, we already know about the crypto terminals. They don't matter for us, but also they will. So El Salvador and UK, each city with a QB crane will get a crypto terminal. They will not be able to build them at launch, but they will manually place those in El Salvador and the UK quite soon, apparently. We don't know what that means. And then crypto export partners for Canada, Philippines, and Malaysia are launching later this year. Whatever that means.
Later this year, like 2023?
Supposedly.
Just confirming.
I don't know.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I think that's the word we should start using.
Yes. Okay, the new shop. So shop drops will now cost QB coins instead of keys. There will be more crystal key bundles. And there will also be a structure blueprint shop. It's a separate shop per country. Each country has its own supply, so once they're gone, they're gone. Each country also has its own pricing determined by the country modifier. So, what costs something, like what costs so many crystal keys or so many QB coins, I guess, in one country, it'll be a different price in the other country. Which,
Demirabom's like, you wouldn't be typing in how many keys you want to use when you're paying in QB coins.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Well, no, Illusion Weaver also did that earlier, and so did Cuckoo Puffs.
Really?
Yes.
Right. That
no
makes
more
a lot
swiping
more
a shit ton of keys, and I was like, no more swiping keys at all.
Because it's QB coins. The
and
real
like
thinkers
a lot
here.
More of them.
The real thinkers here. I mean,
oh my god, it's as if we developed the game. It's so strange. Crazy.
It's gonna be hard to get out of thinking of things that way, man.
Yeah. Well, and they're proving that, right? Like it's hard for them to get out of that logic, and they've been 6 months, 8 months ahead of us in thinking that logic. So
yes,
it's pretty interesting.
Yes. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. Each country has its own pricing determined by country modifier for the shop. Like, I don't that kind of means our prices will always be the highest. In the US, it will always cost more than in other countries because we have the highest country modifier.
Oh, but our cost of living is, I think, kind of cheaper than like.
It doesn't matter.
But didn't they say? I thought they said it did have.
It's based on country modifier, so
that's it.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Interesting.
So, but there's a limited time offer. So the launch promo, 10% extra keys
off.
on all bundles, but only for the first 7 days of QBverse. So if you want to buy bundles of crystal keys, get them early, you get 10% more. Also, they're changing crystal keys. They're basically adding a digit. $19.99 will buy you 2,000 crystal keys instead of 200. An adventure pass will cost 2,000 crystal keys instead of 200. And your stacks will be multiplied by 10. So they're basically probably doing this so that they can have smaller denominations of it. So, I don't know. Yeah.
It's gonna be.
So, Crashman says, if we travel to lower multiplier countries, we can live like kings. Yeah, but you can't bring it back with you. So they confirmed that if you buy something in another country where it's cheaper, it will only work in that country. You cannot bring it back to your home country. So if you buy a structure blueprint in El Salvador on vacation because it's cheaper, you cannot then bring it back to the US and use it. So
that makes sense, though. I mean,
we
don't get crypto export terminals.
Yeah, but honestly,
when we flipped roles, so
it was almost like a incentive to go on vacation to a place with cheaper structure blueprint shops. But no, now we don't get to buy that souvenir on vacation and bring it home with us. Anyway.
But you could bring home, pupusas and fun other things.
If you go there at certain times, yeah, totally. Okay. So then they did this, what makes QBverse fire? We get you to exercise and learn and explore and discover brands and make friends. Yay. Okay. I was like, really, guys, you know that people watching the Hunter's Lodge, we're like OGs. Like, don't bullshit us. But they're giving us like an ad for QBverse in the middle of Hunter's Lodge, and I'm like, come on, we get
We're
it.
here. We're here. Here. We're already here.
Show that to everyone else. Yeah. They've already planned the first update patch, apparently, which comes out on the 26th. And the first update patch will give us new structures that we can build, blue UVs, trade shacks, vending machines, and the crypto export terminals. And it will load all the data for the first event, which is Halloween. So for Halloween, there will be 1 new common, 1 new rare, and 2 new epics.
Careful, they're going to require Christmas resources, so
possibly
you're not going to be able to print them.
Possibly.
Just stating the logic of their current recipes that they've just recently updated.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So, add Hunter's Lodge 12 to your calendars. It will be Sunday, October 29th, which will be during the Halloween event. Maybe it will be the launch of the Halloween event. I don't know. And they decided that we deserved a gift for being us, and we're getting a silver OG. So
exciting. The most exciting news of all of the Hunter's Lodge.
Yeah. I wonder what it'll take to print.
Let's hope it's paint. But I did ask, because I jumped in the last 5 minutes of Hunter's Lodge, and I asked if it was also mirroring the original OG QB, and it does. So upon printing it, it's consumable, so that blueprint will disappear. It's easy to print is what they said, and so I actually didn't check what the old OG gold recipe is, but I imagine it'll be close to that.
Similar,
but also consumable, so just keep that in mind, folks.
Yep.
But I thought that was the most exciting part of all of Hunter's Lodge, even though that was the only part I caught.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, go! That's awesome.
Yeah. Okay, so quick Q&A stuff. So someone asked about the export boost tokens. I mean, we already talked about those before, but there's going to be multiple ways to earn those in the game. Because each QB will have its own level, your inventory will look different. Each QB will be listed individually instead of having stacks of Rondas. Apple users will be able to buy crystal keys once it's at a test flight, which they're hoping it'll be quick. Your level of your worker QB will affect the speed of the printing in advanced print shops. Auction house will be locked behind headquarters level 3, but not account levels. So once your headquarters is leveled up to 3, you'll have the auction house.
Wait, isn't your headquarters level kind of your account level?
No, different.
What?
Your headquarters is a structure, and it has different abilities within the structure. Your account level is just you as a player.
Okay, so an account level is something totally new, and I feel like they kind of brushed over that.
No, the account level is basically XP you earn for doing anything. So, and you
is it retroactive?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't.
Fair enough.
Yeah. In order to do the buy it now in the auction house, you have to have an account level of 30.
Yeah, I guess I just assumed that was headquarters, because that's where you're...
Yeah.
Okay.
No. I can't imagine I don't think you can get your headquarters up to level 30. I don't think they've done 30 levels of that yet.
Well, that's why how would you even know if your account is at level 30?
I'm sure they're going to have a level thing on the side that tells you. I don't know.
Yeah. I wonder what our account levels are at right now.
Yeah. Well, mine is probably a lot
50?
higher than it was before. So let's see. They want to give export coupons as a part of their. So I asked the question because I was kind of curious about this. They had talked about wanting to change the referral process before because the way that they had it they had like someone else handling the referrals and it was messy and no one liked it. So it was like, hey, did you change the referral system? And also, since this is a new game, can we refer
the same people?
Other? Yeah.
Right.
Like, yeah, our inventory comes over, but at the same time, it's also like
a new game.
It's a new game. And if people were like part of the 10,000 in test flight before, they don't have a guaranteed spot in the new one. Like, there's no guaranteed spots. So I was like, okay, does that mean I can just say, hey, you, and you, I'll send you referral codes and you're
just
like,
click it.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you sign up.
And they said no. That doesn't happen. So, there will be a slightly different referral system. The rewards table will be the same. They want to give export coupons as part of the referral system. So that'll be cool. So, like, if you refer people, you can maybe get an extra $10 that week. Or whatever week you choose to get an extra $10. Yeah. So that's cool.
Leppy is in the chat. She just jumped in and said, doing stretches and listening to LotH equals #life goals.
Nice.
Leppy! You're the best. We've missed you all month.
Yeah.
We've missed everybody all month.
Yes. Yep. So you can't refer existing players in the new game.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, especially if you want to log in to get your like silver OG blueprint, right? Like you'll have to have an account from before. And so, I mean, to be fair, there's always the workaround of a different email and blah, blah, blah. But
yeah, but then you lose your inventory. Yeah.
So like it's one or the other. Like there's a choice, and yeah,
and
they're making that choice. That
makes it difficult for me because I've had twice now a friend from New York City has come and stayed with us while he's in town. He basically gave up his apartment in New York because it was getting too expensive, and he's started living out of his minivan and driving around the country playing shows. So he's just...
What's that?
He's just been booking shows in bars.
Oh, playing shows. Okay.
Yeah, playing shows. Yeah.
Sorry. I'm like, what game is that?
No, he's like a one-man band, and he's been to Oklahoma City twice, and he's going to be back in October. And awesome. He's just driving around the country. So I was like... And he's living out of his car, making no money, right? He's got savings, and the only money he's getting is when people tip him when he plays, right?
Yeah.
So I was thinking to myself, I was like, man, this would be perfect for him because he'll be driving around the country, going to all different types of places. He could earn QB coins, turn them into like Target gift cards, and get money to pay for his gas to drive around the country.
Yeah.
Or his groceries or his whatever.
Something.
But I also thought, like, I'm not going to refer him now because the game's about to change and I don't want to confuse him. Like, he's not a gamer. He has no start. Excuse me, I have the hiccups somehow. Ugh.
Oh no. Fever. Leaderboard ailments. Side effects. It's from the leaderboard push last month.
Yeah. He has no beginning knowledge of this game.
You haven't even like got up. It's so bizarre. They just hit you like a train.
It's because I'm talking too much.
I wish I could sub in, but I don't know this story.
Right. So, like, I want to refer him. Excuse me.
That was a cute hiccup. It's so cute. I love hiccups. They're so cute.
So, I was thinking, like, I'm going to wait until QBverse starts, and then I'm going to refer him. But if I do that, he doesn't get the silver OG. And it's like, okay, so do I refer him now and tell him, okay, you can get this, but then like the game ends for a couple days and then the game starts again. So I guess he's just not going to get a silver OG, because I think that would be too confusing for him.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the silver OG is for people who have already signed up to play Coin Hunt World, fell out of it, and now you're like, hey man, remember that like OG blueprint that we got like a year and a half ago?
Yeah.
Just log back in so you can get the silver one.
Yeah.
Easy. It's way easier to sell it to like somebody who's already done that. But yeah, I could see the I think it was like Cuckoo Puff's idea too, is if you wanted new players, or if you have new players, like definitely get them to sign up for Coin Hunt World first so they can get this blueprint. But like... also selfishly, there's 2 reasons not to do this. More blueprints in circulation. No. Like, no, don't invite more people to play Coin Hunt World. Wait, let us harbor the I love you so much. let us harbor the specialness of this silver OG for people who have actually been playing Coin Hunt World, even if it's been for the last 2 weeks. I don't care. Like, let us savor it, and then all the new people. That's great. You can sign up and get all the great rewards afterwards, but there's no reason. We need to keep it limited, just like the gold one, like limited.
Thank you for doing that. I think I got my hiccups to go away.
Yay! Selfish standpoints for the win.
So Crashman's trying to give me tips, but I think, like, I have a tried and true method that works, but he says stand up, stretch your arms wide and back as far as possible to stretch your solar plexus. Quick, someone scare Korkio. No, okay, so what I do is I hold my breath as long as I possibly can, and then I immediately swallow 7 times, and then I'm good.
That's so bizarre. I just drink water upside down, and that typically works.
I've heard that, but I don't know, I'm not coordinated.
It's just through the legs. It's weird, but it's through the legs, and you can do it.
I'm also not very flexible, so I'm not about
your head through your leg? Okay, never mind.
I cannot suck my own dick, no.
Wait, never mind.
Toasty says, if you equip the right combo of QB Elemental class, you can get rid of the hiccups.
And then now this is Trash Tube out here using rat poison in his arms. What is going on?
Oh, because
stretching in your arms wide. Okay.
Because he meant to say stretch, but it came off as strychnine and instead of stretch.
Luppy was like, is everything okay? Were you talking about worms again?
Anyway, okay.
Crashman, the next time I get hiccups, I'm happy to take a video.
Yeah, just don't put strychnine on your arms.
Maybe I will. What's gonna stop me?
See, I got rid of the hiccups, and now the cough that I had managed to avoid this whole time from being sick has shown up. So
it's trying to break its way through.
I guess you either get hiccups or cough. You got to deal with one of them from me.
How do we say thank God, not both? ¿Cómo se dice thank God? Gracias.
Gracias. It's Dio? It's Dio. Me Dio? Yeah, whatever.
I mean, it's everybody's God, but anyways. Typically it's a porque no los dos moment, but this is why not. Is what we're trying to say. Cough and sneeze at the same time.
No los dos. This is not the two. Gracias a Dios. Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Gracias a Dios.
Thank you, goodbye. Not adios.
Basically the same. Thank you and goodbye.
Yeah. Okay, so I think we're almost done here. What else do we have? So Illusion Weaver hinted that there's going to be a new special mechanic type thing for Halloween, but he's not spilling the beans. So there's going to he seems to be really excited about new special things for Halloween, but he wouldn't tell us at all what it was. Also, apparently there's going to be a way to increase the export caps, and it involves a special mechanic that your QB can do once it's past level 10 to be announced. So
next year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just trying to manage expectations.
Right. Explore points from solving yellow vaults, maybe green vaults that you haven't solved before. We kind of knew that. Christmas trees will be used on tree tags. So you can actually tag trees. That would take freaking forever in my neighborhood. We're in a freaking forest here. But yes, in the open street maps, you can actually tag trees and light posts and like everything.
Okay.
So,
but aren't they typically built on a structure?
But they're not anymore. They will be put on a tree tag.
Okay, so you don't even have to have a vault there.
I guess not.
Just confirming, because
I don't know.
It sounds like a whole system of having stuff imported to OpenStreetMaps, and then
honestly, it'd be better if you don't have to have a vault there. Because think about it: if you have a whole part of a park
that's what I'm saying.
Just a bunch of trees, you can put a whole bunch of Christmas trees in one spot, and then you don't even have to use up a vault. You can still hit that vault as a vault.
Right.
So that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, but I don't know if they would make it that easy. So I have some follow-up questions.
Yeah, Toasty says no vault the way that he said it.
No vault.
I like it.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Interesting. All
Don't
right,
argue
we'll
with
take it.
Yep.
We'll take it. We love the easy wins. Yes. Yeah. We haven't had some of those in a long time.
Yes. Boarding passes will be used for some like end game content in the future. Okay.
Purple vault content, right?
I guess so. Only be able to build structures on vaults that have tags. So if your vault doesn't have a tag, you can't build a structure there. Red keys will still be used in events, apparently. And there's a minimum account level of 5 in order to do buddy quests. So once QBverse starts, you better play enough to get to level 5 so you can actually start to get buddy quests, because you won't be able to have buddy quests until your account is level 5.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the end of my notes.
And that's the end of my notes. I was not expecting the last part. So.
Yep. That's it. That's all I got.
Okay. Fair. Oh, wait, but we get to have buddy quests all over again, right?
Yes.
Like we can add all of the same players. All right. So who cares about all of the, yeah, that sounds great.
But you still want to get to level 5 quick so that you don't have a huge pause before you can start doing buddy quests. And you better hope your buddies get to level 5 too. You're going to need level 5 buddies so that they can also do buddy quests, because you won't be able to do buddy quests with people that aren't level 5 yet.
I assume they wouldn't pair you with somebody who couldn't do a buddy quest.
Right, so. But if all the friends you add are not level 5 yet, you still won't get a buddy quest. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep. Makes sense. Yeah, thank you, Toasties. Could you tell him over coffee one time to stop trying to make the game so hard? He says, I keep trying to tell LW or IW to not make the game so hard. And like,
maybe the coffee is
we've
the
all been
bad way
trying
to
that.
go. Like maybe we should stop giving him coffee because he needs to stop being like all like, oh, let's do this thing, let's add this thing, let's do this other thing. Like maybe you should discuss this over a joint.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just
I
like,
mean,
let
for
it
a
be
couple of
chill.
stoners, I'm like, this is a lot. Where
Yeah.
I'm like, are you even keeping up with this? Do you even know what's going on? Like, no, truly. Like,
I'm sure once we get into it, it'll all kind of like
fall
make
into place.
sense. Maybe. I'm hoping. We'll have to see. But I think okay, so here's one thing about this community. We're freaking smart, all right?
We're pretty smart. We're
pretty
tactful.
freaking smart. Yeah. So I'm sure we can figure it out. Whether it will catch on to the rest of the world that's not as smart as us, who knows?
Well, that's what I mean, is like, if you're trying to target the entire rest of the population, you're not doing a great job, because we can all keep up with this, but I don't know if like the other 95% can, because they haven't been in it.
Well, someone mentioned like that,
but I mean, there's all sorts of games and people play all sorts of stuff. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. So, I'm a noob in the gaming community, so I have no idea. Like, maybe this is what people are into. I have no idea.
Yeah, I noticed someone saying that you know, they think their mom would be okay trying to figure this out. And I'm like, my mom doesn't even understand how the game works as it is now. And it's simple. There is no way my mom's going to understand the future of this game. So she'll continue to do what she's doing now, and which is just whatever I tell her to do in the game. So, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Which also, like, kind of feels like a little bit of cheating, doesn't it? Where I'm like, I feel like I'm like owning... That's how I feel with my mom, where I'm like, you need to build the things, and then like build it here, and like build it here. I know it's your finger, but I'm telling you where to build it. It just feels weird. Like, I'm just weirded out by all of it, because I'm like, I really don't want to get banned. But I'm like, not touching anything. It's
you won't. It's her.
She hasn't logged in like 3 weeks.
My mom's gone even longer than that. Like way long.
I'm sorry.
Actually,
well, she's curious. On vacation.
Yeah, but at the same time,
should we compare? Let's check. I'll check Marvin's mama or Nana.
Let's see.
Can I? Yeah. Actually, she did. I mean, she texted me yesterday, so watch. This is gonna be like the one day that she's like, "Oh, well, I just logged in because I was texting you."
Oh. Wait.
Feel the hair going here. What?
I don't have my mom on my friends list.
Wow. So rude. So rude.
I think it's because I knew that we would never be able to figure out doing a buddy quest.
What?
Because
we're in the same time zone.
Yeah, no, but because okay, this was back when my mom didn't live like walking distance from me. I had a feeling it would be hard to get her to go to like somewhere up there, like trying to get her to understand how to follow the ping and like figure out where to go.
Girl, I know. I think that's why my mom like kind of bounced out too, because I was like, just turn your buddy quest off. Like, let's just like get down to the like solve a vault, collect keys. That's it. That's the only thing you have to do. It's just like collect the keys and solve the vaults. And now collect your mystery boxes and solve the vaults.
So my mom doesn't do that anymore either. My mom has not moved her headquarters to her new house that she moved into June 1st. So it's been 3 months. At least 3 months. She has not moved her headquarters.
I know, it feels like longer, but yeah.
I don't think she knows how to move her headquarters.
That makes sense.
So.
That's okay. Yeah. When she's back from vacation. Well, Marvin's Nana is on 56 days, but she also might be coming over tomorrow, so I might have to like force her into logging in so we can erase that. So
Yeah. And so she can get all those keys from her vault returns. Man, my mom's
she
probably
didn't
got
get to,
so many. Oh, she didn't put any down.
Nope, she didn't get to, because by the time I referred her and got her going, she had not set her user vaults, and then QBverse announcement happened like 3 months ago, and so
Yeah.
they shut down the user vaults.
So
she was like, I was really excited. Actually, I'm gonna assume it's around 56 days ago, because she was really excited to put them down and was like, what the heck, I can't put it down. And I was like, I'm really sorry. There's this thing that happened.
Yeah, I did get lucky there, where all of my mom's vaults happened to be on my loop that I was hitting for my leaderboard run, so I got 10 extra vaults to work with twice a day, so that was nice. So my mom's gonna have lots of key kickbacks.
Good.
Lots.
Well, she'll be fresh for Coin Hunt World or QBverse, whatever.
Yeah.
I
bet she'll like that silver, that silver one. She loves
silver
purple.
OG.
Yeah, she loves purple. I don't think she's gotten the purple blueprint yet. Maybe I should put my purple QB in the auction house and get her to buy it. Because she hasn't dropped the blueprint yet, so she could buy one.
Okay. I just don't want you to get banned.
If I just tell my mom, hey, go bid on this purple QB, you know.
Yeah, just double check how many purple QBs are already in the auction house, and then if she's bidding on yours when there's like 10 in the auction house, and maybe she's within a close vicinity of where you are. I'm starting to realize, like, the reason that Hayes got banned was because he wanted his mom to buy like a Tiki Chief or something, or not a Tiki Chief, but a Tiki QB from him. And he was like shadow banned for 30 days because his mom bought a QB from him. Oh. So just be careful.
Well, my mom is in the
I don't know all of the
right
details.
Now. She's pretty far away.
Okay.
So I did get
just list it at 20 and hope that she pays attention.
Yeah. So during my leaderboard run, on the last day, I had one of the footballers on the auction house that was ending, and I had no blue keys left. So I mentioned in the Oklahoma chat, I was like, hey guys, can someone please go bid 77 keys on this footballer? He's currently at 70. And if you bid 77 keys, then I'll get 9 blue keys back. And Joey Bananas was a sweetheart. He moved his headquarters to his work so he could bid 77 keys on that for me. But then he got outbid by someone bidding something like, I don't know, I ended up getting 5 blue keys instead, which...
Shit.
Yeah.
Not bad, but not great.
It was sweet for him to do that. So, and he's my...
That was really nice.
Practically next door neighbor. And he moved his
not
headquarters.
Like barely even playing right now.
Yeah. But
like, he's like
nice. My next door neighbor. He moved his headquarters to bid on something I had in the auction house. I mean, he got outbid, but he still bid on it.
He made the effort.
Yeah, but we didn't get banned for that.
Well, perhaps because he didn't win it.
Maybe. I don't know.
Anyway, it's worth a. I mean, I guess it's worth a shot. I just don't. I don't know. Yeah. Whenever I tell Marvin's house what I'm listing, I will tell him the listing time, but then I will also post it into the auction house channel, just so I'm like covering my bases, because I just would be devastated if that was the reason that we were banned, is because he ended up like winning my auction item or something.
Well, and you'd always get a warning. That would first, or like the 30-day thing first. Okay. They wouldn't just.
I don't even know, so that's great. Yeah. Like, never seen the warning, and I never want to see it.
I haven't either.
There we go.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Well, I should probably rest my body so it can heal.
I think that's a great idea. But
Yeah.
everybody give claps and tell Korkio congratulations for number 3 last month, because that's fucking awesome. And a podium isn't enough, so that is amazing. Well, podium, red keys, all of the champagne, and
I wish it was something smaller denomination than red keys. It's been really hard to spend red keys.
I thought it was a great idea that you said, like, even if they could bring it down to like yellow, green, blue, or white, we would be happy.
Like, yellow keys, I'd be happy. I could actually buy stuff in the auction house with yellow keys.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
I have 0 keys. Well, I mean, I've gotten what's in my mystery boxes and stuff, but like,
they need to change with the key economy. Everything should be changing with the key economy. So there's no point in having red keys if they're not used for anything except for random shit. So I also second this motion in rewarding people with yellow keys. It also feels better to win like 50 yellow keys than 5 reds. So
right. Thanks, ladies in Hoth.
Food for thought. Food for thought. But otherwise, I guess we will see everybody else and all of their recipes and hopefully resources.
Oh no, Leppy's got the hiccups. Leppy.
Oh no.
Hold your breath as long as you can. Like, including pinching your nose. And then as soon as you let your breath go, like, don't even take a big gulp of air in, just start swallowing 7 times from holding your breath. And then you take a big gulp in, and then you should be healed. Don't put strike 9 on your arms. Okay. Anyway.
I also agree, Toasties, because Toasty said they should increase the leaderboard key rewards because you end up spending as much as you fucking win. So,
oh my god, I spent way more than 4 red keys. I spent probably 8 red keys this past month.
Well, we'll have to see with all of the recipe rebalancing and all of this. Like, I'm sure we're going to be the guinea pigs, so we'll have to figure out if this works, doesn't work. I mean, we've been working with it for 2.5 years, so almost 3. So we'll see.
Yeah,
but just breath holding is enough, Leppy said. That's wonderful.
Oh, good.
Yawning for Korkio works too. All right, everybody. I guess we're gonna be back next weekend. So
that's what I was gonna say. Are we gonna be back? Are we gonna be back next week?
I think we're gonna be back next week.
I think we're gonna be back next week. Oh,
I think we'll be here.
If you've forgotten about it, we still have the Ladies of the Hunt walking playlist.
Oh shit.
Which I listened to every single day last month, and it was awesome, and it really helped, and it was a lot of fun. So we still have that if you need it for your walking. And I don't know, maybe I have some ideas for Mama for songs to add to it.
Please.
I'll try to remember to get those over to you.
Just keep sending them to me.
Yeah, if anyone else has ideas for songs to send Mama, that's helpful too.
Send to my DMs.
Cuckoo Puffs bought 3 more of our shirts today. He says he wears them to all of his business meetings, and they are his favorite shirts. So if you don't yet have a Ladies of the Hunt shirt, those are still things, and I can still do custom things. And I think I'm gonna have to change, like, I think I'm gonna have to steal the new QBverse logo and start putting that on stuff. So that'll be interesting.
But not until October. Not until
okay.
October.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait.
Okay. Yeah.
Copyright and stuff.
Maybe I'll start putting both logos. Maybe I'll make like a hybrid logo. I don't know.
I love that.
Anyway.
Your fever brain works really well.
Fever brain. My fever brain wants cookies right now, like really bad.
Ooh, me too.
Yeah.
Okay, bye everybody. We're gonna go be cookie monsters.
Yes, we're gonna eat cookies like right now. So I forget this mouse doesn't work on this computer.
Happy hunting.
Happy hunting. Good night.
Bye guys.
Bye.